Alright, you guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Swyte, and it's been a little bit. It's been, at the time of this recording, it's been like 8 days since I posted, and I've honestly just been super lazy recently. So, yeah, that's why I haven't been posting. No other excuse for it, really, but today I'm going to be showing you guys a really awesome League of Legends game that I had the other day. I'm actually going to really quickly turn the music off so that I can overlay my own music in the background. So here we are. I am playing Kha'Zix, this game, and this isn't exactly a guide video, but you could use it as such, perhaps, because I think that this is a show of how you can play the champion in a low elo with success. Because I mean, I'm currently silver 4. I was bronze 1 at this time, and honestly, the climb has not been that difficult. So I think I'm not really that low of an elo, but regardless, you can still use what is in the video. I'm running Kha'Zix with Conqueror. That's just been my favorite rune on him recently. Dark Harvest is also very good, but Conqueror I just find is solid. There we go. Direct the camera. And yeah, let's just go through this game, you guys. I'm not sure if I'll have it like this the entire time. Having it like just focused on the champion the entire time is a little annoying, but I'm gonna speed it up a little bit here at the beginning because there's nothing special that happens. It's just normal stuff. I don't think I need to speed it up that much, but yeah. I was gonna recall, but it was a little bit too late because usually I'll put a ward in this bush and then recall and get Oracle Lens, but it was a bit too late and I probably would not have made it back to this buff. Oops, I messed up the camera direction, but anyways, yeah, you're just gonna see me smacking this blue buff right here. I do kite it. I notice a lot of players in low elo don't actually do that, and I think that they should. Gotta turn this down, man. This is loud. Okay, and then a smite the Gromp. But yeah, as a low elo player with pretty much any jungler, you should learn how to kite the monsters because it really does help. It really does help your clear quite a lot. And yeah, you can just see me doing that throughout the entire thing. Waiting for my jump right there as I try to leap over to the wall. And I'm facing off against an Udyr, and in this matchup, you really want to be careful, because Udyr is probably one of the junglers that can give you trouble at the start of the game, although later on probably won't struggle as much. So I think I did just decide to come out and contest this crab anyways, because I started top. I figured Udyr would have started at his bottom and worked his way up, so I went down for this crab because I figured he wouldn't be there, and I wanted to gank here. I don't think I accomplished too much because the ADC and support are just kind of chilling under tower, and these two I can't do too much on my own right at the moment. But yeah, don't go for anything crazy if you're on your own, because you probably won't have the power to finish off other laners as long as they're sticking close to minions, since they do cancel your isolation. A lot of things cancel isolation. It really annoys me sometimes. Even like clones and abilities of other champions will cancel Kha'Zix's isolation. It can be a real pain, but yeah. As well, I'm recording this because I am a Kha'Zix player and I enjoy Kha'Zix, but as well, I do think that he is a very strong pick right now and good to climb with, especially in solo queue. I'm sure if you've watched videos on Kha'Zix, you've heard it before, but he's strong because, you know, solo queue people aren't going to be as organized, they're not going to be as efficient at cooperating together, and you're just going to be able to kind of wreak havoc on that if you play it correctly. But anyways, roaming around right now, I saw the LeBlanc getting ganked and decided to go after this Pyke. We did indeed get him. I gotta slow down at those points so you can see what actually happens instead of just, you know, me jumping on someone and killing them. But Wukong also doing good. He is getting the farm. He killed the Aatrox, and since we just killed their Pyke, their mid lane was not there, I figured I would go for the dragon. And I don't know, I didn't really feel like I'd get threatened too much by Morg and Ezreal. And Kha'Zix takes the dragons on his own very quickly, so it's really strong. I knew that they would be coming up. I mean, that's kind of what I assume if I ever kind of peek into the enemy jungle and any of them see me. So you want to be careful in general. This is a fight. I don't know if this actually works out for me. Probably does not. The Pyke catches me. And yeah, these two do manage to just slip away. And our ADC was not doing much at this point, just kind of chilling in the bot lane while everyone was fighting. And our mid lane was also late to the fight, but can't do that much about it sometimes. I chose to go with Skirmisher Saber for Red Smite because I just felt like I might have some difficulty 1v1ing the Udyr mostly. I mean, obviously the Aatrox too. I'd probably have some difficulties, but mostly Udyr. That's why I decided to take red buff. I take it a lot on Kha'Zix if it's a particularly troublesome matchup. And this Pyke was very mobile. As you can see, he was ganking a lot, and I mean, that's what Pyke mid does. He does gank quite often. The Yuumi I remember was talking to Jinx, and she was like, "What are you doing?" Because the Jinx was backed up so far that Yuumi couldn't actually jump to her, unfortunately. But anyways, I can't do too much about that right now. Again, I don't have the damage to just jump on people and delete them, so yeah, there's a lack of options that I have other than farming at the moment. But yeah, we're just going to continue tearing through our jungle camps. You are pretty efficient at farming as Kha'Zix. I'm, you know, on par or ahead of most of the other people, so it does work quite well. And once you hit level 6 as well, which I did just recently, you do hit your power spike because your ult gives you good power. I might use it here to try and sneak up on Pyke. Probably not though, because I figured that he'd see me before that I would have snuck up on him. And the Udyr is also taking the Rift Herald right now, which is unfortunate. I don't have the greatest awareness of the Rift Herald and stuff. I go invisible, jump over here, try to hit the Pyke again, but I don't have the mobility to be able to chase him down and deliver the killing blow. And yeah, Pyke just warded that. The Udyr is up here, so I'm just kind of taking out these mid lane minions so that the Pyke won't push into the tower and take it. Because the LeBlanc is overstaying down here. She should not be down there right now. Our Wukong is getting ganked, but this was a pretty good player. He definitely helped us during this game, otherwise we probably would have gotten stomped. Go back to me. I wait here for the Pyke because I want to try and sneak up on him, and I don't think I actually got the isolation damage there. Udyr almost gets me as well. Actually, he does get me. The Wukong does clean up though. I underestimated Udyr massively, and I red smited way too late. But it happens sometimes, you know. Is the LeBlanc still down there? Yeah, she's still down there. She overstayed way too much. This is a low elo game, obviously, so you can't really expect the most out of people. You kind of take it into your own hands. I mean, that's why I play a hero like Kha'Zix instead of a more supportive jungler, perhaps. And they're getting 4v2'd down here. Or no, it was 4v3 actually. LeBlanc and our ADC both died. Jinx died. I don't think I'm able to get too much done here. Maybe Pyke though, because he was isolated, so I was able to jump on him and get some damage. And I try to just hold off so we don't let the tower die. Yeah, there's not all that much I can do except let them have the dragon, and it's not that big of a deal if they get 1 or 2 dragons. You shouldn't try and suicide onto them because that doesn't do all that much for you. As Kha'Zix, you just wait until you can get your own dragons, or maybe none at all sometimes. It just turns out to be that way. Very unfortunate. The Pyke looks like he's going down to gank our Jinx, and can't do all that much about that. The Jinx is pushing up, not really paying attention, and I actually get away. Nope, Pyke smacks her, and the LeBlanc and Yuumi probably both die here as well. Yeah, so we are, and yeah, our LeBlanc left. So our LeBlanc did go AFK this match, which was really annoying, especially since we weren't all doing all that bad. I was doing pretty well. The Wukong was doing really well top lane. And right here, I had to be careful. I know how much damage Pyke can do, especially in the early game. He really just chunks you, and then he can ult you from like at least a third of your health, and it's like, oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, Pyke is scary. I try to use my ult in here, try and jump on one of them. Pyke probably I don't think I got isolation damage there, though, so... I had also finished the warrior enchantment for my jungle item, and that is where you first have your power spike mostly, your ult and Q as well, evolving Q first, which is always what I do. I don't know if it's always the right call, because it doesn't affect the damage at all, but it does, it helps significantly in most situations. They took the Rift Herald again. Wukong is doing a good job though, and unfortunately he never finished pushing this tower, which would have been very good if he had managed to. Got a kill on the Morgue, and I'm alive again. I should stay. I think I just took an encounter. Did we kill someone? We killed Aatrox. Yeah, we killed Aatrox there, so that was good. Also, I jumped on the Ezreal, and you can see how Kha'Zix can really just demolish people if they're not careful. And it's, again, the thing where unorganized team play is where Kha'Zix can just dominate games on his own. Because even if they're just a little bit further away, Kha'Zix will jump out at you, delete a third of your HP with one skill. He uses passive, just chunk you down so fast, and it's so hard to play around. But anyways, I don't have my first item yet, which is generally Duskblade. Also, Udyr's down here. I don't think I actually did much right here though. I did decide to go for Dragon since Udyr was split pushing, so I figured it's a good chance as any to take it. He did go Herald though, so I probably do split back down towards him, because I mean I don't want him to just take all these turrets in a row, you know. So yeah, me and Wukong splitting up, and this is a 4v5 once again at this point. So the fact that they haven't been able to capitalize massively against us is already quite good. I don't know what my jump there was. I don't know if I could see him or... No, I definitely could. I don't know what I was doing. Anyways, I mean, actually, we did a pretty serious map control, but they also did. Just depends on the side that you're looking at. I jump on Ezreal. I don't get the kill, but kills happen, and more stuff happens. I don't even know. And yeah, delete Aatrox as well because he did teleport, but way too late. And that was kind of crazy. We could look at that again, honestly, but probably don't need to. Also, apparently isolation, just changing the topic, isolation is negated by turrets. And I think that's dumb, but that's my opinion. Okay, so Oracle Lens, scanning around for enemy wards, obviously. Always want to do it kind of as much as you can, just to make sure that they can't see you. Because, I mean, especially in Kha'Zix, like, if they can see you coming, then, like, you're gonna get wrecked. And, as well, that was just a bad, or not bad, but not the most timely ult. I jump after this Ezreal. I think I probably die here. No, I actually killed the Ezreal, but I got rooted for 5 years by Morgana. And we're going for Dragon now. Wukong is pretty fine on his own, I think, at the moment. But I am going to help him, obviously. We're just waiting around. Was he actually taking the Dragon? No, he was not. We were waiting around because we are only 3 people here. This is how it was a lot of the game as well, because the Jinx, well, she's probably about to die, but maybe not. Pyke isn't doing that much. But anyhow, the Jinx stayed back at the base most of the time because we did need someone to clear the turrets after they started breaking inhibitors, which does happen. I killed the Udyr as well. Morgana was on her own, so killed her as well. And Ezreal might actually almost kill me because Ezreal does start to really hurt, but got him right there as well. And yeah, you can see, like, it doesn't show isolated targets. No, not Wukong. It doesn't show isolated targets here, but they do kind of, in team fights, people tend, if it's not just going their way and they can't just, you know, kind of as a group shove forward, just kill the entire enemy team, they do tend to split up because, I mean, I do it too, probably on champions on champions that would need to do that, but you can't do it against Kha'Zix, and almost everyone does it. Even if they're like winning a fight, they will tend to just split away from each other Probably so that they don't get hit by big AoE damage. That's kind of the point. Like, they don't want to get like multi-rooted or stunned, or just again hit by a big AoE. So they will split up. And Kha'Zix really abuses that, and you can just jump into the back line, take them out, and that is how I not win, but get a lot of my kills in a lot of the games and win the team fights. So yeah, it's pretty wild. And at this point, I have Youmuu's Ghostblade as well. It gives you extra movement speed, so you can roam around the map easier. It gives you more lethality, cooldown reduction, all important stuff on Kha'Zix. And I think Wukong's probably dead right here. Maybe not, actually. I mean, this Wukong was strong. Okay, yeah, he is dead, but he was really strong at this point. I do jump over here, though, because I figured that they probably can't kill me at the... Like, just considering how much I'm fed. Because I'm 11-4. Udyr's in here, but he definitely cannot match me. I dodged the pike, what do I call it? I mean, it is a hook. I guess the move type is a hook. But anyways, yeah. Even if you get a little bit of bulkiness on Kha'Zix, it really is difficult for the enemy to handle it. Because you're more tanky, you can take some hits, and you're just still, even if you're not going full damage, you're still just deleting people. So that is why I tend to go Black Cleaver. It's also very helpful against anyone that builds heavy armor, kind of like maybe Rammus, for an example. He can be a real pain sometimes, but if you build Black Cleaver, you can actually hold your own pretty well, because you're just taking away so much of his armor with the ability procs. Anyways, kind of just smashing Udyr right here, jumping away, because I do want to be careful here still. I'm still pretty frail, even though I have Black Cleaver. So you don't want to be running head on, especially if they're not isolated. I have no clue why the Morgana moved over there, but isolated herself in that situation. For my last item, I will be working on making Death Stance, I think. That's what I tend to do as well. Death Stance, again, gives you armor and magic resistance, so it makes you a little bit bulkier. And along with the Black Cleaver, I find that it gives you a good balance between bulk and the heavy damage from your lethality items. And the healing from Death Stance, I mean, as a lot of you probably know, also just running after this Ezreal... Probably flash here. Yeah, okay. And yeah, got him. So if they were not being careful, the enemy team was not being careful, not sticking together, so I was kind of free to just run them over a lot of the time. Again, this Udyr just ran right in. So you can take advantage of this a lot in low elo, because there are a lot of players who will do things like that instead of waiting for their team like they should, and realizing what the enemy actually does. That I evolved right there, once again, in my ult. I believe I evolved my ult. Also, man, the dragons go down so fast once Kha'Zix gets items. It's crazy, but... Anyways, evolving your ult gives you another charge, and I didn't used to really value it all that much, because I didn't know how to use my ult as well as I do now, but... Did we get all the dragons? No, we missed a, Infernal, but we got all these. We got Ocean Dragon Soul, which is probably not the best for, like, it's not the best soul. It's probably the least useful of souls, in my opinion. But it is still good, especially since I was working on Death Stance, and that'll just give me more healing in fights, you know? And I didn't even finish talking about Death Stance. Also, jumped on the pike, saw he was jumping down there. I predicted where he would try to go. Jumping away, because this dude definitely was about to kill me, and yeah, I did die, which very unfortunate, but the Ezreal ult did come in right at the end. Man, this pike, I mean, obviously I can't see this in game, but this pike spam pinged a lot. And our Wukong going ham though. He's strong, he's got the healing, he's got the items. And yeah, he cleans this up pretty dang well. So us three, the Yuumi as well, really helpful support, but the Yuumi, Wukong, and me were really just the backbone of the team. The Jinx couldn't really do anything. We're just cleaning up lanes at this point, and Pyke is kind of just diving in to try and get our objectives, which again is just a really a really bad move that a lot of low elo players will do. I had someone like that on my team just yesterday, and it was an Urgot, and we ended up winning the game because it was an Urgot, and he was powerful, but he would just run into the enemy objectives on his own, and usually he just ended up maybe trading one kill and then dying, and the Pyke couldn't even do that because it is Pyke, and he's definitely more of a group-oriented fighter. At least that's how I see him. The Aatrox actually tried to fight me, and that was a bad decision. He should have just ran. No one. I don't think there's anyone in the game that can really fight Kha'Zix 1v1. Even if they're both very fed and have a lot of items, I don't know if there's any that can do it. Maybe one of the very strong auto attack based characters, like maybe Jax, can do it, etc., etc. But not many, that's for sure. And I mean, that's the point. Kha'Zix is meant to be that. He's meant to be able to kill those isolated targets, and if they're just trying to fight you of their own free will, then it's generally not going to turn out well. Anyways, this engagement here was very bad. Looks like, did 3 of my team die? No, it was only 2. You know, that was Wukong's clone that I saw die. And was this, what dragon? Okay, so this was the Elder Dragon coming up. I don't know if we actually contested this. Unless it comes back up and Wukong is able to be there, or I don't know, I get like 5, or that'd be the whole team, but like maybe 2 or 3 picks, then we could contest it, but otherwise it would be very tough. So yeah, I'm not sure if they actually get the Elder Dragon or not here, but our Jinx might die. It's certainly looking like it, but I am here. I'm here because I don't want the, like, I could have gone after and contested the Elder Dragon, but that doesn't do much if we just end up dying. Ezreal dies here. Morgana did not stick close enough to him to be able to protect him. We can turn on the All Fog of War again, so that I can just, you know, see more, since we didn't have very much vision at this point. Okay, so they did get the Elder Dragon buff, and we kind of had to just wait this out. And that is the best thing to do when the enemy gets Elder Dragon buff and you're in this kind of situation. If you're not, you know, in immediate danger of everything getting destroyed, which we weren't. We were, you know, taking good trades. I mean, the Wukong mostly. I mean, we didn't die that much. We had a lot of kills. We were doing good. He's so strong. Yuumi on this Wukong is so strong, but ooh, he didn't die because he had also look at that shred. I probably kill the Ezreal here. No, I don't run after him because I'm low on HP and all my skills got burned. But we did get a flash out of him. I don't know if this Pyke is like, I mean, yeah, I jumped on him, killed him. Pyke wasn't able to do all that much in the late game. Also, the Aatrox was just smacking at our Nexus, and he almost got it. This was the point where they almost won. It was really scary. Also, going over here, Ezreal, I don't know what he was doing. Like, he's trying to take the inhib, but is not worth 55 seconds of respawn time. Definitely is not worth it. Anyone who does that, don't do it. It's not worth it. You know you're gonna die, especially if you're sitting there still attacking the inhib as a Kha'Zix jumps on you. You're gonna die, and it's just not worth it. But anyways, yeah, free kill. He didn't even get the inhib, but if he had gotten it, maybe. But even so, I don't. You should never gamble like that on maybe getting an inhibitor or dying, because 55 seconds is a long time in a game like this. Anyways, we were fighting this Morgana and Udyr. I don't know if Wukong dies, but there's a large chance that he does here. Looks like Udyr will definitely die as well, though. Yeah, he doesn't have what he needs to fight me. Udyr is strong, though, in those 1v1s, man. It's tough. I mean, especially since it's essentially, it's essentially a 3v5 right now, since our Jinx is just kind of farming, and also I'm bouncing my leg. I'm sorry if that caused any noise, but our Jinx is essentially just sitting down in the base and clearing waves, and that's about it. So it's me, Yuumi, and Wukong that are just going out into the map and actually getting kills, cleaning up the enemy team, and getting these good trades. I mean, I'm at 25-5, so I mean, like, I was feeling great, man. And obviously, I can't jump into a situation like this For us, there was no vision here. If there's only like 1 or 2 people, even if one of them looks kind of open, if you don't know where the rest of the enemy is, you really cannot go in on them. Even if you're someone like Kha'Zix who can really jump in, delete people. Well, for one, usually you can't jump in and actually just one-shot combo someone. It doesn't usually work. Like, as you can see, it takes like a couple of hits to actually do it. More apparent on this Aatrox, but in that time you can just get locked down by a CC and killed so easily. And yeah, that's just how it tends to go. Our Wukong died again to the Pike. I do go after the Ezreal here. Might catch him? Yeah. Or no. Looks like the Ezreal does get away unless he actually comes back, which he might be. I dodged that bolt, fortunately, and Yuumi is just, just healing and giving me so much shield. All this definitely would not have been possible unless the Yuumi, or if the Yuumi had not been on me and on Wukong. So, again, not a solo carry game. That rarely does ever happen, where you can completely solo carry a team. But I mean, I'm doing the damage and like I'm doing the right things that I should be doing. Or I mean, I don't freaking know. I'm doing the right things I should be doing in order to get the outcome that I got. Once you have even just like one item, probably you can take any objective on your own very easily, except maybe Baron. Baron is a problem. You can't solo Baron, I don't think. It does take a while, but I mean you can get pretty dang close. Anyhow, you'll see the power of Kha'Zix with the Elder Dragon is definitely something to prioritize. Aatrox was here just taking out the chickens. I jump out of his I don't know what skill that is, but there was again the Dragon Soul appearing. Ezreal and Morg are both here. It's kind of not the wisest choice for me to jump in there, but I did have Yuumi on me, so it wasn't terrible. Barely dodged the Morg route, so still doing good. Pike and the Pike kept kind of trying to split push as well, or just trying to push inhibs, and it wasn't working because our Jinx was there. Also, I might have to... Nope, actually did not. I might have died to that Udyr, but also I don't know what the heck I was doing right here. I died. But, I mean, I think that the engagement ends up fine, because we still have Wukong and Yuumi there, but I don't know what I was doing there. Don't do that kind of thing. I was just like, oh, I'm feeling awesome. I'm just going to jump in here and kill the rest of them, and it might have been possible, but I didn't do it very well. Aatrox moving down here. This is, again, a mistake. You really don't want to do this that deep into the enemy, like enemy space. And we even had a ward in there, so we knew that he was there. I don't think I actually caught him. Yeah, didn't go the right. I didn't go the right way. We figured they were on Baron though, but there was not that much we could do about them taking Baron, because full-on team fights was, well, especially in Baron. And for Kha'Zix, it can be tough. Also, there you go. You saw me jump, delete. That's kind of Kha'Zix in a nutshell. Also, apparently the LeBlanc rejoined and then just left again. So toxic, but whatever. Yeah, they're still trying to push, but the Jinx is enough to hold them off. I mean, Jinx at this point probably had. Oh, actually, their Ezreal decided to AFK as well at this point. So I think this is the point that we swung it back in our favor, although we might have just been able to win at this point anyways. Although they do have like 5 turrets left, so I don't know. Anyways, 34-6. This is probably the most kills I've ever gotten on a game. This is another reason I was excited to show it to you guys. But yeah, I was feeling good. It was like, yeah, this is cool. And yeah, here we go. Just pushing in on the turrets. At least it's only gonna be the Morg and the Ezreal. Ezreal's AFK. And I'm not sure why the Pike was still split pushing at this point. They knew that we were coming in, or they should have known anyways. Morg almost dies. I probably just almost got the Pike as well. Yeah, Kha'Zix is so strong. I'm sad that he's getting nerfed soon, but I suppose it is kind of justified. I just hope it doesn't hit him too hard. I really like playing my boy Kha'Zix, Our Wukong dies. I might have to actually retreat here again because they are strong. Yeah. I definitely don't want them to get Elder Dragon though, which is what I realized when I turned right there. And the Udyr's over here, and he probably will die here because again he is making the mistake of going at me alone. You know, I'm Kha'Zix, I have a Yuumi on me. And now they can't contest the dragon because they don't have Smite. And I mean, I don't really think Morgana and Aatrox could take me anyways at this point, but yeah, they definitely can't contest it. I was still a little worried, but there's really no worry for me. I mean, I figured the Ezreal was actually here, but looks like he's not. So I really didn't have anything to worry about, but I mean, I didn't know that, so I was still like kind of hovering around the bush just in case they came back. That's unfortunate for them. I did not know that happened, but again, it did only happen at the end of the game, so it probably didn't change the outcome of the game that much. Anyways, obviously I can take this easily. I have Smite and everything, and the Morg was right here alone again. She might get away. Yeah, burned her flash. Still running after her though. I might no, actually, yeah, prediction jump behind her, and I got her very easily. So that's something else that you can look for, or you should like learn to do if you're playing something like Kha'Zix with like a good dash slash jump. Pyke is trying to split push Ari Nib again. Again and again, and it doesn't work, and especially if something that you try just doesn't work, like over and over, you shouldn't do it, because it's not going to win you the game. Anyways, looks like the Ezreal might actually not be AFK anymore, because he is jungling for some reason, maybe trying to get his last item, but 50 minutes in, I'm pretty sure the game's almost over. I might actually just be able to push into their base. 3 of them are not here. And yeah, the turret's almost dead, so I think this is where we win the game. The Aatrox, where did he even go? Did he die? Yeah, he died. And then just the rest of them just weren't even there. So that was just oversight. I don't know what they were doing, but they did not expect to come right in, or they just all given up. So yeah, that was the game. And I don't know, my commentary is probably not that great because I don't really do this for any game, but not League especially. Look at how much damage I did though. Like, I mean, you knew, man. I was roaming around, I was cutting people down all over the place. This Aatrox did nothing, honestly. This Yuumi did more damage than him. Jeez. But yeah, I mean, it was a really good hold from us. Also, pretty like kind of bad play from the enemy team. Where the heck is the game? I lost it for a second. Yeah, I mean, they all died so much. The Ezreal did okay, but the Udyr couldn't do that much. Like, he died way too much, didn't have the kills. The Pyke did good early game, but he fell off super hard. Morgana, just, I don't know, she wasn't able to do all that much that game. But anyhow, that is the game. You guys can use that as kind of like, I don't know, a guide to playing Kha'Zix if you want to. It does highlight a lot of things that you can do with him and that you shouldn't do with other champions, or just shouldn't do in general. Like split pushing over and over and over and over again, or running into a Kha'Zix on your own over and over again. But anyhow, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I just wanted to show this game to you guys and, you know, give you some commentary, maybe something to help you a little bit if you play the game. But yeah, that is all for this one, and I'll see you all in the next video.